Hello, good morning. Welcome to Spelling with Jules. I've realised my Spelling with Jules is not on the bottom. I was using StreamYard yesterday for some teachers, and I changed it to Jules Dalby because we were talking about other things. So I shall change that back next week. How is everybody today? You might notice it looks a bit different because I'm in a classroom, because I'm going to be in school from now on. Hopefully I'm going to try and still do Spelling with Jules. We'll see how it goes, but it depends how much teaching of children in school I'll have to do. For now I should be able to do it, so I will let you know if it finishes. But just a few bits of admin just before we finish today, to remind you that it's bank holiday weekend. So it is half term next week. So I'm going to, I won't be doing Spelling with Jules on Monday, but I will carry it on through half term other than that. So lots of people here today. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Isla. It's muggy today. Yeah, it's muggy here as well. Not very sunny. Morning, Florrie. Ronan's here as always. Lovely to see Sasha again, and Ryan. There's a few other people here. Just looking. Oh, Exxon. Good to see you. Yeah, lovely people. So just a reminder, it's okay to use the comments in the bar. Please, no rude words, just to keep it chatting and doing your spelling and sentences. That would be great. Okay, so let's have a start. So quick check-in. How is everybody? Remember, the less anxious you are, the better your spelling will be. It's the same with maths and any other learning. So it's worth, oh, Stephen, hello as well. It's worth you knowing that for when you get back to school, or if you're in exam situations. Anxiety can really make your learning worse. So some of you might be finding being at home, your spelling has improved if you've struggled with your spelling or your learning, and others you might find that things are a bit harder because you're feeling anxious. So always good just to check in with yourself. How am I feeling? And then get ready to learn. So you will need your pen and paper because we will be doing our spelling quiz. It's 10 words. And I'm using, I think it was from OXon that said we're 5 a day keeps the spelling demons away. So we're going to do our 5 regular misspelled words on the board for our spelling quiz, plus 5 shuffled up red words. Okay, those tricky ones. Just a quick reminder as well that we looked at the last couple of lessons. We've been looking at these two. Ooh, as in moon. And we've also done, and do you remember you can put little eyes on them? I'm going to do eyebrows and eyelashes. There we go. And that's the as in look. So you've got one, and it's a very slight different sound, isn't it? Between, if you sound, say moon, and then say look, and you can see one's much longer, and the lengths are longer. So moon, look. Yeah, long and short. So it's all about the hearing. Okay. So that's what we've been doing, and we've also done our spelling. So let's do that. So we're going to get, Ron's going back on the 8th of June. Okay. Number 1 was the word foreign. Foreign. So I am hoping to go to a foreign country. My name actually is a Muz, Sasha, like this. So I call myself a Muz Dalby. Like that. So number 1 was foreign. Number 2, we'll shuffle it up with a red word. Number 2 is over. So I go over the hill. Over. Oh, you're rhyming. Foreign and Lauren. Rhyming's really good for spelling because rhyming is about phonological awareness, we call it, which is basically sort of hitting rhymes. And actually some people with dyslexia or that struggle with spelling find it hard to rhyme or find it hard to hear those tiny little sounds. So just a bit of interesting information for you there. So foreign, over. Number 3, another commonly misspelt word, forward. So you go backwards or you go forwards. Forward. Another red word for 4. So these red words are all slightly tricky because they're not phonetic, and they're the most common use. So at the moment we're mixing up words that we use most commonly that are quite tricky to spell, and commonly misspelled words that all people spell incorrectly a lot of the time until they learn them. So we've got 4 is anyone. Anyone can do spelling with Jules. Anyone. It's worth thinking about the syllables for that one as well. So anyone. 3 syllables. It's 6 letters. And then n, e, w, n. 5 sounds. So 3 syllables, 6 letters, 5 sounds. That's confusing, isn't it? Okay, next one. Number 5 is another commonly misspelled word, further. Further. I went further on my walk yesterday than I did the day before. Further. We're getting further on along the set sounds for our spelling. Further. Another red word. Okay, this should be relatively easy. It's want. I want some biscuits, or I want a cup of coffee. Want. Okay, it's tricky because if phonetically you did it, you'd go nt, wouldn't you? And it's not an o. Okay, so that's why it's tricky. And number 6 is guard. There is a guard on the door. There isn't really. I tell you what, there are guards outside Waitrose. I went to Waitrose the other day. There was 2 big security guards there. It was to let people in individually. But it was quite different seeing guards on the door. So guard. Another red word. Okay, that was 7, wasn't it? Next one is great. I had a great day. I had a great day yesterday, and I'm hoping to have a great day today. Have we gone wrong a bit? I'll go through them. So that was number 8. Number 9 is the last commonly misspelled word, which is happened. Remember, I'll go through them in a minute. Remember your suffix for happened. So happen is your root word, and nd is your suffix. Happened. Okay, and the last number 10 is small. Okay, I may have made a small error with my numbers. So I'll go through them. Okay, so we'll start with, let me sort these out. So we'll start with number 1. Number 1 was foreign. Number 2 was over. Number 3 was anyone. Number 4 was further. Number 5 was want. Number 6 was guard. Number 7 was great. Number 8 was happened. And number 9, oh no, I've done that wrong. Oh God, I'm terrible at this. Let's try this again. Number 1, foreign. Number 2, over. Number 3, forward. Number 4, anyone. Number 5, further. Number 6, want. Number 7, guard. Number 8, great. Number 9, happened. Number 10. I did it. Small. Okay. I know I'm terrible. Sorry, Sasha. I'm not good at doing this. It's because I try to mix up two different lists and I get myself all mixed up because then I'll think of something else or start chatting to you. So let's have a go. So let's do number 1 first. Just a quick reminder of how we mark our spelling for anybody new watching. Okay, so foreign is spelled F-O-R. Now the tricky bit is E-I-G and then N. So for-o-r-e-n. Yeah, that's that 5 sounds. Okay, now if I spelt it foreign, which you can imagine, can't you? Foreign, I would tick F-O-R, I'd tick E, and I'd tick N, and then I just have to realise that I've missed out I and G. So I'd need to fix that. Okay? Don't just cross out the word. Okay? 9 out of 10, because you thought number 8 was happen. Okay, it's happened. Remember your suffix, Stephen. But well done. Okay, so remember to mark your letters, tick and fix. Number 2 was over. So it's O, the letter O. V, remember the V with your teeth. Ryan, 7 out of 10, good stuff. Over and then E-R. So O-V-E, over. Okay. You've got a sentence, have you, Sasha? You can put it in and I'll show it. Number 3 was forward. So F-O-R-W-A-R-D, forward, or-w-or-r-d, forward. And the next one was small. So remember, sm, and then all. Okay, small. There we go. Look, we've got a sentence here. I want to guard the door while my mum grates the cheese. So you use guard. So we'll do guard in a minute. But number 5 was further. So, and then the sound, and then the Okay, got 2 different sounds, same sound, 2 different spellings, U-R and E-R. Okay, but they both sound like don't they? So it's and so some people will spell it with a U-R at the end, and some people spell it with an A because of father. Right, number 6. Where have we got to? It's great. Okay, so it's now instead of the way you spell. So Sasha spelt it with like this for grating cheese, which is the right spelling for that. But the great for as in it's great is this spelling. So great. Okay, so that is different to grating cheese. All right, so you got the spelling right, but this is the great that we wanted for this. Thank you, Sasha. That was a useful. Okay, next one, guard. So Sasha had already given us guard. So it's G, and then this bit's difficult, isn't it? So G, R, D. It's only 3 sounds and 5 letters. And you'd think it was spelt without that U, wouldn't you? Just G-R-A-D. G, good, G, A, D, guard. So you've got to remember it's got a U in it. And I believe that's because it comes from French. Okay, let's have a look at Ryan's. I walked forward into the foreign country and there all the people were small. Oh, very good. I'm enjoying these. They're great. Okay, so number 8 is want. I want a cup of coffee. Okay, now it's that bit that's tricky. So w-o-n-t. But that bit there, you'd think would be an O, wouldn't you? And it's an A. So sometimes I will say how it's spelt. So I would say, if I'm trying to remember want and I was spelling it with an O, I'd go want, even though we say want. Okay, so just to help you spell it, it's sometimes worth pronouncing it with the phonic sounds. That can help. Number 9 is happened. So this is the one I confused Stephen with. But you've got the word happen, and then you've got your suffix to put on the end. Yeah, happened. That's your suffix. Happened. And the last one, have I got that wrong? Oh, it's anyone. I think it was supposed to be small there, wasn't it? Sorry. God, I'm useless, aren't I? Oh, now I'm writing any more. Anyone. So anyone. So it's an you might have spelled it with an E, because usually you'd use an E, and so it's an A. So it's like Annie, one. And then one's difficult too. So that's a really tricky word. But if you know any and one, then that would be good. Florrie got 8 out of 10. Great. Well done. So the sneaky foreign and further, yeah. So, but both of those are commonly misspelt words, not just children, remember? Also adults do those wrong. And yes, I think I've got small and anyone mixed up, didn't I? I'm completely useless. I tell you what, after bank holiday on Tuesday, I'm going to try really hard not to make any mistakes. That's my challenge. Okay. Oh, I got it all wrong. Look at 6, 7, 8, and 9 and 10. Oh, sorry. Never mind. 7 out of 10 for OX on. Well done. Ryan, let's have a look. I walked forward into the foreign country. Well, we've got almost a paragraph. I walked forward into the country where all the people were great and always on guard, even though overwhelmed with exhaustion, and they were all very, very small, like a dwarf. That's amazing. Okay, very good. Excellent. Right. We are now on to it's lesson 37. And we're doing a different sound today. So we've got rid of the 2 O's. And we are doing R. Okay, so we've got the letter R, but the sound that we're going to do, so that's the letter name, but the sound also is there. R. Okay. Can you think of any words? Right, so I've got far. And can you think of any? I'm going to write a few more because it takes a while for yours to come through. Let's do, we've also got liar. So liar is an R sound. Okay. Mark. So you have it in the middle. So that's at the end. That's at the end. This is in the middle. So ark, like that. And this is L-I-R. R. Okay. Then you could just have ark on its own, like Noah's Ark. Yeah. But you could also have arch. And we've done arch before with the ch sound, haven't we? So arch. Okay. Oh, we've got some nice ones coming up. So lard, yes. R. That's a good one, isn't it? Because it's got that silent E. Park and start. And then we had from Florrie, bark. And Isla, arch, arc, farmer. Very good. And then larder. Sasha, yes, I am I'm in a classroom. It's not mine. So Ryan, you're right. So Noah, as in Noah's Ark, is also a sort of Noah, isn't it? Is a sound. So we have this sort of separate bit. We'll put Noah over here, because that's another way of doing that R sound. Okay, different spelling. So well done. Yeah, Isla, arm is another one. Good. Here's a nice one. Smart, card, and art. Excellent. Let's have a look at some other R sounds that you don't spell like Noah, that you don't spell A-R. Okay, and one of them is glass. Now, only if you speak with a sort of southern accent. If you're northern or Elaine, would you say this? Glass. So some people say glass, but if you're southern like me, you would say glass. So can you see it's much easier to spell, to be honest, if you say glass, because that's phonetic. But if you say glass like me or bath, then actually it's an R sound, but you just have the A. Okay, yeah, glass or glass. So that's got an R sound, but it's not spelt this one. And then there's another one. This is always a weird one for me. Calm. Okay, so you've got that R sound there, but it's C-A-L-M. Okay, and Clark is with an E-R. Okay, so they're all R sounds, but are spelt differently. So we'll go back to this one. Okay, yeah, so Ryan's put there, so you can see you want a glass of water and you put an AR in it, like that. Yeah, so we would spell it without the R, wouldn't we? But it's much easier if you think about it, if you say it in a northern accent, if you're northern, a glass, I want a glass of water. Okay, right, we've got some sentences coming in. The smart farmer's dog barked at the car parks. Well done, that's brilliant. And yes, Scottish people say glass. I'd like to hear you say that. Unfortunately, I can't hear you. I'm not even going to go to try and do a Scottish accent. I'm awful at accents. Thank you, Ryan. 9 minutes to go. Here we go from Ronan. I asked the farmer, can I go over your land to get to the river? Oh, very good. Okay. We've got some discussions around pronunciation. It's really useful to do that, though, because that's where you link the letters with the sound, and they can be different depending on your accent. So, again, spelling can be very difficult. Shall I show you something, actually? I'm just going to completely go off tangent here. This was my daughter once spelt this. See if you can guess what this word is. By euphonic knowledge. Okay, I'm just going to leave that down there. See if you can guess what that says. And I'll get, while we're doing that, I'll just give you a few more sentences. So, Stephen, I mark the ark and the farm. Yep. Mark went to the arch to do some art. Very good. 7 minutes left. Thank you. Yeah. So what is that, do you think? Any guesses? Let's sound it out. So it's old. Yeah. So that was my daughter, because she was learning lots of phonics, and she's meant to be this child. But if you can see, it does work. You've got old. Okay, so that's why it doesn't, phonics don't always work. Or, you know, so it's very interesting that you've got to like be a detective and look at it and think, but that does work too, doesn't it? And then the I sound, and then old. Yeah. But that can happen. That's why those small, tiny sounds we have to get used to, and then learn what they look like as well. So I went completely off tangent there. Well, that wasn't planned at all. Let's have a look. We've got a few more here. I went up the ladder to do some paint, and I went on an ark because I was smart. Yeah, very good. Okay, thank you. I'm getting lots of tips to tell me how long I've got left. So it is time for 5 a day. Keep the spelling demons away after doing our R sound. Okay. Oh, I did quickly want to do, though, remember our vowel sounds, A, E, I, O, U. So if you were doing signing R, it would be A, and then like that. That's with this finger, you put it across your palm to make the R. So AR, that's our sign. And we should just very quickly do our handwriting as well, which I forgot. Let's have a look. So remember, if this was your line and you're printing, you start at the top and you go round, and then your R. Okay. And if you were, that's your halfway line, remember? So your capital A and R would be like that. Okay, so remember, it's just half the line. And if you were joining up, you start on the bottom, you go round, your C and cousins, and then up and down and over. Okay, I'll do that one more time. Round, up and down and over. Okay, so that's your handwriting. Let's do our 5 a day keeps the spelling demons away. So these are commonly misspelt words. Your sister made cookies, yum. Now, these are really hard, okay? So if these are getting too hard for you, don't worry too much, because you've still got your red words to learn. So I'd rather you learn your red words, but just have a go at these. Really challenge yourself. So number 1, everybody spells this wrong. Nearly everybody. And Americans and English spell this differently as well. So we've got humour. Okay, now this is the tricky bit, because it's 1 R there, but then it's O-U-S here. So you, and that's but it says or, doesn't it? Us. Okay, so that's really difficult. And in America, they wouldn't have a U. So if there's any Americans watching, you would spell this without the U. But in English, it's like that, humorous. Okay. It's tricky though, because I'm just going to see if I can show you on here. Might be able to. Okay, so humour, I can't show you on there, I think. If we were just doing humour, you spell it with the U there. So you've got humour, and then you knock off the U for humorous. That's why it's so difficult. My mummy is humorous. Yeah, she is. She definitely is. She was very funny in the Ardèche, I can tell you. Okay, so number 2 is immediately. All right, now remember, this has got a suffix. So first we've got the word immediate. So it's I, 2 M's, E, D. So I, M, E, D, iat. Okay, so it's almost E8. Immediate, and then we have to add our suffix. Okay, so you don't knock the E off here. You keep the E and add your suffix ly. All right, 2 minutes left. Number 3. These are hard, aren't they? Interrupt. Oh, these are words I spell wrong unless I use my spell checker. So it's in, ta. So 1 N. Some people put 2. So it's in. If you think of the word in, though, or think of that as a prefix, then it's easier. So in, ter. This is the difficult bit, though. It's ter, and then rupt. So that means it's 2 R's. But you could separate them out. So you could go I, n, t, r, p, t. Interrupt. But it's 1 N and 2 R's there. But I think if you separate that out into your syllables, interrupt, you can spell in and then ter and then rupt. So remember that for after the bank holiday on Tuesday. See if you can get that one right when we quiz. Last 2. 4 is incidentally. So it's incident. Okay, so that's the word incident. And then this is hard because it's alley. So instead of just a suffix like that, it's ally. Incidentally. So again, incidentally. Incidentally. So maybe you could remember it like that. Last one, and then it's time to go. Ready for your bank holiday and half term, everybody. Knowledge. Now, this is easy if you remember the word know, because knowing things is about knowledge. Okay, so if I know something, it comes from the same word. So no and then ledge, as in window ledge. Okay, but that is the word know, isn't it? So I know things rather than this no, which is yes and no. Okay, or nothing. So this no comes from the word nothing. This no. Time is up. I've gone a minute over. Okay, have a lovely bank holiday weekend, everybody. Try and learn these words. Don't get too worried if you don't get them all, because we've gone really difficult quite quickly. So I don't want you to get anxious, because remember, you get worse. But just notice the spellings and notice the sounds. Have a lovely time, and I will see you on Tuesday. Bye-bye.